Hello students, today we are going to start with the first poem from the second unit of your English textbook of 9th standard. The poem is Comparison. So, what is exactly comparison? Comparison is a consideration of similarities and dissimilarities between two things, objects, or persons. So when you are comparing something, what should be there? There should be two things and they should have at least one thing in common. Now we will see exactly what the poet has said in the poem Comparison. Before starting, let's again one more time understand what is comparison. What is comparison then? It's a consideration. It's a consideration about what? A consideration of similarities and dissimilarities between two objects or persons. Two objects or persons. So, now this poem that we are going to study today. Who is the poet? Anonymous. What do you understand by anonymous? Unknown. We don't know who has written this poem. The poet of this poem is unknown. We don't know who has written, but the poem is remarkable. Let's see why I'm saying so. So, we will start with the poem Comparison. Fast as a spaceship, slow as a snail, big as a dinosaur, small as a nail. Fast as a spaceship. Now, spaceship, a vehicle, a spacecraft, which is utilized for going to the space. And how it is? It is faster than the speed of light. That is how you can go to space. Otherwise, it will take whole of your lifetime and still you will be here if you want to go in another vehicle to the space. So, spaceship is very fast. Fast as a spaceship, slow as a snail. Now, snail is very slow. So, the poet is comparing. What he is comparing? He is comparing the speed of spaceship, which is very fast, and snail, which is very, very slow. Big as a dinosaur, small as a nail. Now he is comparing the size, actually. He is comparing the size. Size of whom? Of a dinosaur. Do we see dinosaurs now? No, we don't find them anymore, but we know they were very large and big. So, big as a dinosaur, small as a nail. So, it is believed that dinosaurs, they were as big, more in height, maybe 10 feet, 15 feet. And how is a nail which you put across in the wall to hang different frames and all? It's very small, So, big as a dinosaur, small as a nail, fierce as a tiger, and gentle as a lamb. Fierce means ferocious, aggressive. Fierce means aggressive. Fierce means aggressive. How is the tiger? Tiger is very aggressive. He is savage. And how is the lamb? He is very gentle. He is very calm. Mild. So what he is comparing? The nature. How is the nature of tiger? How is the nature of a tiger? He is very fast. He is very aggressive, savage. And how is the nature of a lamb? He is very gentle and very mild. Sour as a lemon, sweet as jam. Sour as a lemon is not sweet in taste, है ना? And how is jam? Jam is very sweet. So what is the poet comparing here? He is comparing the taste. Dry as the desert, wet as the sea. How is the desert? What is desert? Arid land. Desert is arid land without vegetation. Arid land without vegetation. Why there is no vegetation? Plants, trees, etc. in desert? Because there is no water. It's an arid land without vegetation or with very sparse vegetation. There's very little trees and plants you will find here. So, dry as the desert. Dry as the desert. Wet as the sea. How is the sea? You will find only water and water everywhere. Okay? Square as a house. Round as a pea. How is the house? Is it round? No, it is square. And how is the pea? It's small in size and it is round in shape. So here the poet is talking about shape. Shape of the house and shape of pea. Cool as a cave, warm as toast. How are caves? How are the caves? Caves are the large hole in the side of the mountain, cliffs, etc. And how are the caves? As the sunlight doesn't reach there, the caves are usually dark and cool. Very cool. Because no sunshine, no sunlight, and they are very dark and cool. So how are the caves? Caves are cool as a cave and warm as toast. What is toast? A bread which has been heated to make it crisp. So toast, a heated bread. Cool as a cave, warm as toast. Noisy as a road drill, quiet as a ghost. So how is the road drill? What is the road drill? A machine which is usually used while making roads. It is used to dig holes. So what kind of drilling sound it makes, and the sound is very harsh to the ears. It makes sound and you can hear the sound far from a long distance. But what about the ghost? Who is a ghost? Ghost is the spirit. Ghost is a spirit. Does it make sound while coming? Actually we have not seen, but we have seen in the movies and we have read about it in the books. That ghosts come slowly. Okay? So ghosts are silent, but the road drill makes a lot of noise. Strong as an ox. Weak as kitten. Ox is considered to be very strong. You know? Weak as a kitten. The small one of a cat, how it is? Very delicate. Weak. Hard as a rock. Soft as a mitten. How is rock? It is very hard. And how is mitten? Mitten means the gloves which you wear in hands. Now, there is difference between gloves and mitten. A mitten has only two parts. One for putting your thumb and other four in one part only. So, mittens are soft. If mittens are hard, can you put your hand and use it nicely wearing mittens? No. So, mittens are soft. And how are the rocks? They are very hard. Dark as a tunnel, light as the moon. What is a tunnel? What is a tunnel? An artificial underground passage. What is a tunnel? An artificial underground passage. An artificial underground passage. So how is the tunnel? Obviously it is underground, so it is dark. Dark as a tunnel means there is no light. Light as the moon. Even moonlight gives it light. Tall as a giant. Short as an elf. How is giant? He is tall. He can take large, big. And how is an elf? What is an elf? Elves are actually supernatural characters. And imaginary supernatural characters. How they are? They are very small in size. They are very small in size. Fairies are females, elves are usually males. And how they look, they are very small in size with pointed ears. Tall as giant, short as an elf. Crooked as a mountain path. Crooked, twisted. Crooked, twisted. Not straight. Crooked as a mountain path. Straight as shelf. Shelf, a part in your cupboard. Is it crooked? If it is crooked, can you keep something there? No, you can't keep. And the path to the mountain, is it straight? You can easily go it there? No, it is twisted, it is curvy, it is crooked. The world is full of opposites, so think of some yourself. World is filled with so many opposites. No two things are similar, no two persons are similar. Everyone has their unique identity, yes? So, search your own comparison. You can compare, and everything is different, distinct, and unique in its own way. Though we compare, that if we see them properly, we will realize that it is this dissimilarity which makes them unique. So in this poem, the poet has given so many examples of comparison, where he has compared two things which are totally different, but he has compared them on one feature. Like when he talks about spaceship and snail, he is comparing the speed. When he talks about dinosaur and nail, he is comparing their size. When he is comparing the ferociousness of a tiger and the calmness of a lamb, he is comparing their temperament, their nature. When he is saying lemon is sour and jam is sweet, he is talking about the taste. When he says desert are dry and sea is wet, he is talking about the basic components which make these things, which make these places. When he is talking that house is square and P is round, he is talking about the shape of these things. Then he gives so many examples. He gives example of the sound made by a drill, road drill, and the sound made by ghost, which is not to be heard from far away distance. When he is talking about ox and kitten, he is talking about their strength. They are one of their characteristics. Then when he said that tunnel is dark and when he said that moon gives light, he is talking about the feature of these two things. Okay. Now, so night time, midnight, daytime, noon. So at which is the middle part of the night? It is midnight. And which is the middle part of the day? It is the noon. So he is talking about the specific middle of night and day. When he says giant is tall and elf is short, he is comparing them on the parameter of height. When he says that the mountain path is crooked and the shelf is straight, what he is talking about means how these things usually are in shape and sizes. Okay, so he says at last he gives us an advice. The world is full of opposites, so think of some yourself. So you too, go and search what are the different things, what is the similarities and dissimilarities between different things, and how these comparing these things, you will realize that these are the features which make these things unique and wonderful. Okay, so hope you might have enjoyed this very simple poem. Go through the poem. It's very simple and yes, it's pleasure to read it. Thank you.